Hey guys, welcome to Manifesting Better. I'm back with another video and another topic that needs to be addressed. I also have an Instagram account. The link for that is in the description box below. Coaching is also available. The link for that too is in the description box below. Hey guys, hope you're well. So in this video, I want to talk about the difference between self-abandonment and love. Now, before getting into this video, I will first tell you guys why I'm making a video on this topic. With my experience being a coach for more than 3 years, and I think I have dealt with more than, like I have told you before, more than 5,000 people now. One thing that I have seen been a very big trouble with clients, and not just clients, but I see comments on my Instagram page and I see comments on my videos. I'm sometimes not able to answer them, so I apologize for that. But I see people have a very misinterpreted definition of what love is. And not just love is, but a lot of times people are self-abandoning themselves, which usually comes out in sessions, and call that love. And sometimes what I have seen is that some manifestation advice can actually enable you to self-abandon yourself and call that love, and even call that movement. And I will come to that in a bit, and I will talk about all of it. So watch this video till the end. I will be giving examples. The last few will make more sense, and that's like after I have covered the first few, that's why I've put them in the last, but some of them will actually resonate a lot. So let's get to it. The first one. First, let's understand what self-abandonment means. Self-abandonment means my act of abandoning myself to get someone to love me, right? And love means the unconditional love that I have towards another person, right? So now let's get to how are things different and what is actually self-abandonment and what is love. I will make a different video on the topic of if you are self-abandoning, what to do about it, because this video should be dedicated to just the fact of what it is. So trading love. Okay, a lot of times what people do is that they trade things in exchange of what they want, and they have started calling it love. So I will give examples with everything. So let's say there is this woman, let's call her Rita, right? This is an example I gave on my Instagram very recently. Rita does this thing that Rita finds people in her life. She provides them with so much comfort, care, kindness, things in that regard. And this is without the person actually giving her anything in return. And what she does is that let's say she found a man that she likes. That man is actually rejecting her or not giving her the kind of love and the appreciation that she should get. This man is ghosting her, being very hot and cold towards her, and it is a reflection of her, because what she keeps doing is that the more he ghosts her, the more she goes after it, the more she tries to convince him through her actions and through the kindness that she thinks will get her love. So here what has happened is that she has thought that trading some actions of mine will be love, right? Will get me love. That's not love, that's self-abandonment. In love, there is reciprocation from both sides, and even if there is no reciprocation, love won't make you demean yourself just to get something in return. So when someone is not treating you right and you still keep staying in that scenario, that's not love, that's self-abandonment. Second, and this is very common nowadays, and if this is a dynamic that you actually like, then that's a separate issue. I have covered that in one of my videos that's called should I be in contact with my SP or not. I will link it down below. But a lot of times we exchange intimacy in exchange of love, and this is more common. What I have seen in women rather than men is that they try to actually give the guy intimacy and get love in return and security in return. And when the guy says, hey, let's get involved, and the woman doesn't want to get involved, she still gets involved because she thinks that if I do, he will offer me commitment in return. And this is actually something that very recently I was talking to a client about. And I know this is a generalized example, but this, what I have seen in my experience, happens more that way. You don't need to exchange that. If you genuinely just want to be physically intimate with someone, definitely do it. But if you're just doing because you think that it will get you love and commitment in return, that's not something that you should be doing. That's self-abandonment. That's not love. The third one, people pleasing. Now here what happens is we unconsciously try to please the other person by devaluing ourselves in a way where we abandon the things that we really like just to get liked by that person. So for example, let's say I am someone who likes to play football, and the girl that I'm dating says that she does not like footballers, or for whatever reason, and just to be liked by her, what I do is I abandon my needs and I abandon my wants and I abandon my hobbies just in hopes that she will get me some commitment in return, right? Or that she will come towards me, and maybe if I just show her that I'm the perfect guy for her, she will like me. That's not love, that's self-abandonment. Love means I would love and value myself, and even if I'm in a relationship with someone, we can have different interests. That's totally fine. Next one, sacrificing. Now, I don't mean that you cannot or you shouldn't sacrifice in your relationships, or that relationships won't require sacrifice. They would, and they do. Any healthy relationships requires sacrifices to a certain degree, but the sacrifices shouldn't come at your non-negotiable values. For example, let's say I'm someone who believes, let's say for me in relationships, it's very important that my girlfriend communicates with me, right? Just an example, this is my non-negotiable, this does not have to be your non-negotiable. And let's say the girl that I'm with does not communicate with me, and she does not actually settle fights with me. Let's say for me, settling fights is very important, but for her it's not, right? And it's actually, I have communicated it with her a few times and she still doesn't do it. Me sacrificing my need, self abandoning myself and calling it love is actually a disrespect towards myself. That's not actually love. And what that does is that it projects the self concept that I am someone who cannot value myself and stand up for myself and my needs even when they are getting rejected. And that is what I keep getting back off more. Now, I'm not saying, like I said before, that you cannot have sacrifices in relationships. You would, but it does not have to be at your own core values. The next one, devaluing yourself just to be with someone. Loving someone will never actually come by devaluing yourself. For example, let's say I'm getting successful in my business, right? Let's say my page is growing, but based on that, my girlfriend is getting insecure because of it. Just an example. This does not happen. She actually supports me. She's probably listening to this right now. But let's say I am in a position where I'm demeaning my own progress just so that she does not feel insecure. That's not love, that's self abandonment. If I am self abandoning myself just so that I dim my own light just so that she feels like she's able to shine, that's not love. That's actually me abandoning myself. And that's me telling her that, hey, it's totally fine to expect your partner to demean themselves just so that you feel comfortable. I wouldn't expect her to do that, and she wouldn't expect me to do the same. The next part, hoping if life treats me bad enough, I will get what I want. And this is one of the major ones. This is more about why people self abandon. There is a reason people self abandon. People self abandon because what we have seen in movies and in books and the things that we encounter and the stories that we see is the usual story starts like this. The guy met the girl. The guy was going through such a rough time in his life, or maybe the girl was going through such a rough time in her life. She lost someone in her life, and then this guy, or this guy lost someone in her life, and then he lost her job and things were very bad, and this ray of hope came into her life as this girl, and she just fixed everything for him, and because of this girl he saved himself, and it became this story. Unfortunately, that's not how the real world works. What this has done is that this has started to teach people that all you have to do is you just have to feel bad enough for yourself. You just have to make your life very, very, very miserable, because if you just make your life very miserable, if you have suffered enough, maybe life will gift you with something good. Maybe life will gift you with some magical moment of love and things like that. That's not love, that's self-abandonment. That's how we abandon ourselves, because we are hoping that life will come and save me. No one is coming to save you, and that is one of the most liberating things that you will hear, because only you are, and only the, whatever you want to call it, source, God, subconscious, universe, you and that part of you is co-creating, and that's all you need. You don't need the outside world to help you. You need to change yourself, and the help will come in the form of outside people and in the form of your universe, subconscious, source. I like to call it source. Okay. Next one, feeling that I am a half, and the other person will come and fulfill me just because I'm insecure, and I'm fully insecure, and I have insecurities, and I won't have to deal with these insecurities because my partner will come and do them for me. Or doing that for your partner, that's not love, that's self-abandonment. Because what happens is that you are abandoning yourself, and you are saying that I won't have to work on my insecurities or myself, because my partner will come and help me do that, and my partner will come and do that for me. Unfortunately, that's not how life will work, or unfortunately, that's not how things would be. You will have to work on yourself for yourself, because in a healthy relationship, two whole people are together, and even if they are not whole, they are getting whole by themselves, for themselves, not for the people around them, and they're actually doing all this work for themselves, not to get people in their lives and things like that. The next one, and the last two are actually like male. I have seen men do that more, and I will go back to an example of my client. So I had this client, he was with this girl, and he had this false sense of loyalty towards her. And this false sense of loyalty was that this girl had clearly rejected him multiple times, and he was saying that I want to manifest her. And while saying that I want to manifest her, he even though he had a desire to date other people, which is a different topic and I will make a video on it, he was not doing anything. And neither was he going out, or neither was he wearing again doing the things that he wants to do, just because he had this fake sense of loyalty for this girl who was not loyal to her in the first place, who was out there, who was still dating people in like big. And there is nothing wrong that she was doing, because this girl hadn't offered this guy any commitment at all. This guy had a fake sense of loyalty, and based on that fake sense of loyalty, he had expectations of the same sense of loyalty from this girl, when this girl was not in that same position with him yet. And based on his fake sense of loyalty, what he was doing is he was being loyal towards her and not getting the same in return. And when she was not giving the same in return, he was developing resentment against her, and based on that resentment, it was only ruining the bond that they had in the first place. That is actually the biggest form of self abandonment that you can do. Because if you are someone who thinks that just because I decided to be loyal to someone, that things have automatically worked out, that does not mean that they have. It does not mean that the relationship is fully materialized yet. And I'm not saying that it wouldn't, it definitely will. And if you work on it, it definitely will manifest. And I'm not trying to tell you that don't manifest what you want. I'm saying that loyalty is something that is a two-way street, right? Harvey Specter says it. Loyalty is a two-way street, something. But it is, and you have to understand that this fake sense of loyalty that you have developed towards your desires is actually not loyalty. That's self-abandonment. I hope that helps. And if you have any video suggestions, because honestly, I make these videos just for people like here. I post so much here because I feel that this is free knowledge that can help you a lot. And if you feel that there are any topics that you want me to cover, unfortunately, I won't be able to cover specific topics because they are situation based, and it's not possible for me to know your full situation without getting into a coaching session with you. But if you want me to make a video on a general topic, please leave a comment down below, or in a few days I will put up a question box on Instagram where you can put about you want me to make content on, because I take my content ideas from there. So keep that in loop, and I will see you guys in the next video. Click the like button if you liked the video. Subscribe and turn the notifications on for more such content. Comment down your video suggestions, and I will see you guys in the next one.